right. That is
Yes.
what I'm talking about. All right, so as of the making of this hangout, Nathan Oakley has been refusing to debate me on a neutral platform for 1 day, 15 hours, 57 minutes, and 37 seconds. Yes, that's right. This clock will continue to count how long Nathan Oakley has been bitch made. So, yes, Nathan Oakley, again, I am now challenging you to a debate once again on a neutral platform. That does not mean your fucking channel with your fucking mute button. Stop being a little bitch, all right? Stop being bitch made. I know it's difficult for you. I know it's difficult for you, but please stop being bitch made. But we're not here to talk about Nathan Oakley being bitch made. We're here to talk about someone who's wrong on the internet. So, with me, Gio, how's it going?
Hey, pretty fine, thank you.
And Jared, how are you?
A little depressed, but overall it's for a good reason.
A little depressed. It's because someone is wrong on the internet and they're stupid has basically eliminated all hope for humanity with you.
No. The depression is because the bike is in the shop, so I couldn't go riding today.
Oh.
So your penis got chopped off.
Oh no, that's gotten plenty of a workout the last few days.
And moving on, Sean, how's it going?
Hey.
Hey, and we also have Team Skeptic. How are you, good sir?
I'm doing good. Dinger at the ready.
Dinger at the ready. Perfect. So let's go ahead and give it a test. Today we are going to respond to a fucking idiot. We're off to a great start. And finally, we have young Blue Skeptic. How's it going, Blue?
Pretty okay.
Pretty okay. Perfect. I have to constantly ask this, otherwise people will accuse me of child abuse. Does your mom know that you're on a hangout with me of all people? I will take that silence as a yes. All right, let's move on.
Remember, Reds, it only counts as child abuse if you showed him your face.
Okay, so with that being said, we are going to move on to the actual point of this fucking hangout. So there is a douche canoe out there by the name of The Globe Lie. And you may remember this guy because he made a video saying that the angular size of the sun should change on the heliocentric model, because throughout the day we would be 1 Earth radii closer to the sun from the moment the sun rose to noon. And I showed him with the actual law perspective that the difference is, hang on, 0.00002272 degrees. That's the difference in angular size of the sun. So basically, fuck all difference, which means no, my observation that I made against aestheticism.com back in 2016 show absolutely no fucking problem with the heliocentric model. So I told that guy to eat a dick. So apparently he didn't take too kindly to my demand that he eat a dick, and decided to make a video, which I am now going to link in the live chat so you all can see the original in its original form, because my God, the stupid is very thick with this one.
Red, he did take your advice to eat a dick. He's just trying to slob on yours just a little too much.
So showing this one right here. So this is the video that we're going to be responding to today. And so this is the channel, The Globe Lie. And I went ahead and already responded to him, and I let him know that we would be debunking his bullshit on this hangout. And in fact, as you can see here, I even offered to have him come on and defend his claims if he so wished. But yeah, if he wants to go ahead and hop on this hangout and defend his bullshit, he is more than welcome to. I would be more than happy to have him come on and explain to us how what he is saying is actually the way things actually are. But yeah, I'm not holding my breath for that one. Flat earthers are one of those hit it and go type of people that, you know, just boom, boom, then go away. Then fuck off at the speed of sound. No, 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 I don't want to defend my claims, blah. You know, basically pulling a Nathan Oakley. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be responding to his video where he attempts to debunk my ISS transit observation, the one I did with Astronomy Live, where we measured the altitude of the International Space Station, the size of the International Space Station, the speed of the International Space Station, and showed that, yes, it is in space, and that flat earthers can eat a dick. And so with that, we will be sharing or presenting to everyone Jared's screen, because we have it right here. And yes, the audio is going to be piped through. Jared, are you ready for the stupid?
Oh, I'm ready to torture all of you.
All right, Gio, are you ready for the stupid?
No.
Sean? Team, do you have the bell ready? Hang on.
I think he's ringing it for us because we're about to watch a 32-minute, 25-second video.
I think he's ringing the bell because the apparent stupidity that is already irradiating away from Jared's screen made him retarded, and he has to communicate via the Tuco Salamanca method.
Yes, I am like that guy on Breaking Bad. I only respond with dings right now.
Yes, it's
Okay,
It's Altamachia.
this
once means yes, two means no.
This is going to be one hell of a fucking shit show, people, so make sure you understand this. So I recommend that you grab your nearest waterproof receptacle and grab your facepalm protection oven mitts. You are going to need them. Okay, so with that, Jared, I cannot believe I'm saying this, but more stupid.
Oh, before that, just as a little pick-me-up, Jen Morgan, I'm ready. I tied my wrist to the bedposts.
I'll be AFK for a while, guys.
I like her style.
I'll be AFK for a while.
Oh, Sean, you're not getting away that easy. Get back here, bitch. All right, let's do this. Do it. Torture all of us.
So here we are. We're looking at a screenshot of Red's Rhetoric's video.
Pause.
About finding the...
He was nice enough to put up the fair use thing for you, Red.
Oh, nice. It was great. I also like how he also put in title text here.
Yeah, I saw that too. Title text here. I was like, what a fucking jackass.
This is going to be this high class production right here. That's all I need to say. High class production. Continue.
altitude of the ISS. What I did was I took a series of screenshots where he was plotting, doing a frame by frame of the ISS from location 1. And I brought this into Illustrator. This is the first screenshot. The ISS is right here. And what I did first was I took the spherical tool, you know, in Illustrator, and I made a circle. And you
I'm agreeing with him.
can see this circle right up here is 12.7493 by 12.794.
So slightly oblate.
He fixes it. Don't worry.
So let's change that to 3 right there and make it perfectly round. So it's 12.7493 by 12.7493.
He made a circle.
We'll
Congratulations.
put this circle over the image that Red's Rhetoric took with his camera, whatever the hell he was using.
Oh,
All right, I'm noticing. Wow, or whatever he was.
camera or whatever the hell else he was using.
Yeah,
what else
I
was there
was,
besides the camera?
Nintendo Wii.
I was using a potato, or I was maybe using the flat earther camera of choice, Nikon P900, which, by the way, flat earthers all seem to really like until it debunks their bullshit. I'm seeing evidence of that right here. Oh yeah, this Nikon P900, it's so awesome. It totally debunks, you know, the fucking round earth shit. Oh, it shows the International Space Station. So a fucking lie, man, with a camera or whatever the fuck it is. Probably a potato for all we know.
Now, two things. One, call me Snake has it right. What we have here is a tool using a tool.
Oh, it's not even a tool using a tool because the tool doesn't know how to properly use the tool.
Okay,
Oh,
so
and
I'll show you why here in a second.
Is he going to correct the size because it looks like in the bottom left corner it's way off?
That was the second thing I was about to say. It's like, I wonder if he's actually going to fix it. Let's find
it's
out.
so bad.
And the first thing we notice is that the picture of the moon that he's got is not spherical.
So, okay, stop
Yeah,
it.
because the moon isn't perfectly full.
Right. The moon is not a full moon, you jack-a-hole.
How is that not?
Oh my God. If you look on the right side of that moon, Mr. Globely, you'll see that it's nice and feathered out into darkness. It's not a sharp edge. It's not a full moon. In other words, it's not a complete circle. You are a dumbass. There's fault number one. Moving on.
Blade. It's not completely round. If we line up the image here.
Here's the problem. As long as it is round-ish and makes a complete circle, it is completely round. What you mean to say, dipshit, you fucking idiot, is it's not a perfect circle. But again, as what Sean already mentioned, well, no fucking shit, because it's not the full moon.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. And I'm just trying to. Okay, so let's hypothetically say that the moon isn't exactly perfectly circular or whatever the fuck. What is his point? Is he trying to say that I somehow faked this image and that I couldn't render a perfectly round moon or something?
Well, either that, or he might be saying that the lens of your camera is somehow squishing it.
Aha.
And it was a fake Nikon P900, so therefore the entire observation is wrong.
No, it was a whatever the hell else you took this picture with.
I love that. I love that so much. All right, more garbage.
Down here at this side, we're looking at the left top area here, and down here we're looking at the bottom area, and we see that it sticks out here and it sticks out over here. So the image that he's using.
Here's a pro tip for you, Hotshot. If you align the edges of the circle on the probably the 1 o'clock and the 7 o'clock positions, that's actually oriented with the axis of the moon right here, you'll actually be able to find how much of the moon is missing because it's not a full moon. Because then the entire left side will line up as well as the top and bottom, and it'll overlap a little bit on the right side because it's not a full fucking moon.
Yep. And also, I'm going to stop presenting for a moment, and I'm going to do something here. This is paint. This is a perfect circle. This is me moving the perfect circle. Front of the moon. Oh. Oh.
Oh, that's gotta fucking suck, doesn't it, Globely?
Oh, hang on. Let's do this.
Don't forget to present all red.
Oh, right there. Oh, this part of the moon is not gone. It's just
in shadow.
In shadow. Oh.
Shit makes more sense when you do it right, doesn't it, Jack all?
Seriously, for fuck's sake. All right, present to everyone, and more garbage.
With his camera, it's not completely spherical. But regardless of that, we'll just move on. And
then what was the point?
The point is he doesn't understand terminology, so he must misrepresent it to support his bullshit.
Okay. Makes sense. It doesn't. Well, he doesn't make sense. What you just said makes sense. But you know what? Fuck it. More garbage.
Make a little circle here where the ISS is, and we'll make it red or black. Let's make it black. So that's where the first image is. Now, when I pick on his image from his video, you see that the size of...
I was going to say, weren't your first few frames just a little bit lower on the face of the moon?
Okay, devil's advocate here. Even though I just made fun of it too, it's the first screenshot he took. It's not the first image that Red took, because Red took video, not just images.
Yeah, but he also represented this as the first frame used, like the first frame with the ISS, alluding to this is where the ISS popped up. So
misrepresentation, maybe not intentional. Just this guy's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, remember.
Where's the ding?
God damn it, team! You had one job. One job, Team Skeptic. You had one job. Hit the ding every time the word or every time the phrase "fucking idiot" is said.
He's muted.
God damn it.
Two.
He owes us 2 dings. Remember that. He owes us 2 dings. All right, move on.
It's 20 inches by 12 and a half. So let's delete that first screenshot.
One more thing, a reference for
bring in
Jackhole
the
here.
next one.
Oh, okay, Jackhole. The whole 20 inches means nothing. That's just the canvas format that you're using for your editor. Has nothing to do with reality, has nothing to do with measurements, nothing. So he keeps referring to how big this thing is in inches. That's just his workspace.
Maybe that's just projection.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. No comment.
Just pointing it out that he doesn't need to go into the format of his workspace.
Here they are right here. The very next one was taken just a few seconds after that one. Let's place it in here. And let's put it to the back. So let's line it up.
What the?
He corrects himself too. He actually undoes this and has all the pictures lined up.
There you go. We're
oh no, he didn't. Not
on
this
the
time.
same line. You see where it is right here. So let's take this one here and let's copy it. Let's paste it. And let's zoom in here a little. Well, we don't need to zoom in. We'll just move it over there.
This guy's methodology is literally just eyeballing it.
Yeah.
That's the second image. So let's get rid of this. Let's bring in the next one. This will be the third one. This one right here.
Yay, you can count.
And
He's gonna do this with all his screenshots.
Let's line it up with our overlay.
Oh God.
So yeah, right now he's overlapping. There we go. At least he's not inconsistent in overlapping them inconsistently.
All right there. Well, we can move it over a little bit. About right there. And this is the next one. So let's paste again.
Curve Pimp Hetkowski,
Let's
the laughing
move this
jester.
image
He wants to be Groot.
right up over there. Let's get rid of this. Let's bring the next one in.
Okay, I see what he's doing. Can we skip ahead a little bit, because this is being really tedious.
Oh, no. You brought this on yourself.
I regret all my decisions.
No, you don't. Not yet. But
We
you
know,
will.
Reds, we know you shouldn't have moved to Tampa.
Fuck you. Tampa's great.
Is it? Is it though?
You know, that's not for debate now. Keep playing. Keep playing.
These
Just keep
images
playing.
are changing a little bit that he's using. They're not exactly the same.
Oh my god.
They're not exactly the same, you dumbass, because you keep moving shit around to where it's not lined up anymore.
Let's keep trying to get it to fit.
That's what she said.
It's pretty close.
Oh my! Wait a minute. Hang on. Oh shit! That was from the video. Fuck, I haven't heard a grandfather clock like that since I went to my grandparents' house.
Really?
Wow. So what time did he make this video?
See, we got a circle here that's perfectly round, and we're fitting over here and we're fitting down here, but we're not fitting over here and we're not fitting over here, which is the way we were on the other ones.
Because you're a
So let's
dumbass.
do a paste on this. Let's bring this one up here.
Okay, pause. Red, please say you still have the original images.
Oh, hells yeah, I do.
And you do have the ability to use, as a pro tip I gave to this guy in the comments, you do know how to use transparency, right?
Oh, damn straight I do.
Okay, we'll get to that.
All we're trying to get is the angle of the transit here.
Why?
Oh, you'll see why. You've seen the video, Jared. You know what he's
one
trying
side
to
to the other.
Oh,
If my dots are off just a hair left and right, it's not going to make a whole lot of difference. Okay, so let's delete this and let's draw a line.
I've got to admit,
Between
this is
these.
kind of boring.
Yeah,
Yes,
really.
yes, it is.
This
But hey-
entire video was like 30 minutes long.
over 30 minutes.
32 minutes, 25 seconds, Red. This is all
fuck.
on you.
Damn it.
That's a pretty good line right
But
there.
to be fair, we are almost 8 minutes
Let's
in.
make that a 2-point line.
Yeah,
Make it
let's make that a
3
2-point line because reasons.
And
I prefer raisins, but
let's make it red. Well, red ain't going to work.
Red line. Get it?
We got a red line there. That's transit 1.
you know what? I have to give him one branch of potential good for this. If you look at the line he did, well, he got dots 1 and 3 pretty much lined up. He just fucked up 2 and 4.
I mean, yeah.
Well, he was eyeballing it, and he was shifting everything by eye as far as where the moon was, and it never lined up on 2 frames.
No, because because leaving the screenshot in place and moving the circle around would just be entirely too easy and too
here's the thing.
intellectually honest.
Well, here's the dumb thing. If he put the actual first image in and never touched it, every image he placed in after that would be in the exact same position. What the hell was his problem? Why was he moving it around by hand over and over again?
Yeah, exactly.
Once he had his circle misplaced, obviously, but at least placed, every frame he would have laid down would have been in the exact same position.
This guy does not know how to analyze data worth a shit.
But that actually isn't the cause of his issues here.
Oh, no. The cause of his issues are going to become very apparent later on. So, more garbage.
1. Now let's bring in the other images. From location 2.
Location 2. That would be Astronomy Live.
We'll start with the 5th image. You see that the moon is a little bit different size. So we're going to have to make it fit.
Okay, so stop.
What we can do is
Red, what type of camera did you use?
A Nikon P900, the flat earther camera of choice.
Okay, and what kind of lens or camera or telescope or whatever did Astronomy Live use?
He used an LX200 telescope with a ring to adapt a Canon T5i on it.
Okay, so do they have the same zoom?
Nope.
No.
Ah, there we go.
So, moon, not different sizes, different types of lenses.
Mm-hmm.
Dumbass.
we can take this entire bunch of images. Let's delete this for right now.
Yeah, because that doesn't matter.
And what we'll do is we'll take these images and we'll group them. So they're one image now. And
Fuck, I lost my place. I don't know what I'm doing.
let's get rid of that one black line. Let's get that out of the way. Let's make this 14 by 14.
I also noticed something.
Get that black line
What's
out of
that?
the way.
A lot of conspirators like to use Apple products. Just pointing that out there.
Well, they are mentally lesser individuals.
Apple is more intuitive, and they do tend to make things easier to use and harder to fuck
yeah.
up.
Where's the back button on an iPhone, bitch?
The same
Not only
button
the
you
back-
use.
Just in on it.
Hang on. The same button you use for everything.
Listen.
That's kind of a problem, isn't it?
Listen.
No. Again,
Look,
it's
we're
made.
not
It's
here-
made for simple people.
We're not here to talk about the fact that Apple sucks big donkey dick. We're here to talk about this guy fucking up a really simple observation. So
Hey,
let's-
you brought in the fruit, bitch.
more garbage.
Now let's place the fifth one in.
The fifth image.
First one of Astronomy Live. And here's the thing. He
And
didn't
let's take
have to
our
group
image
those
here. Let's move it to
together.
the back.
He could have just asked me for the stacked images, just saying. I would have given it to him.
to the back.
Again, that would have been him.
And what
being
we'll do is we'll reduce this
intellectually
image. We'll hold the
honest.
shift key while we're doing it. And we'll make our little image fit this one.
Uh-huh. Yeah, because, fuck shadows, right?
You can see we're already running into a problem here.
Actually, you just discovered your problem, you dumbass.
The image of the moon is not completely spherical, but it's pretty close.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
There's a
So,
shadow
make sure that
on
we're
the
equal here.
moon.
So he identifies where he fucked up on
10,
your
1, 2,
image.
4, 5, 10, 1, 2, 4, 5.
Doesn't
Okay.
understand that the moon's not full.
So
and still
that's
complains about the not being
Pretty
circular.
close.
It's almost like he doesn't care about pertinent
And here's the
details.
first image right here. So let's do a paste. And let's bring that down there to the first one. Let's delete
VicTunes
that
is going to
one.
get a
Let's
lot
bring in the
worse
next one.
going on.
It's going to get a lot worse, guys. Trust me. You're about to see
This will be number
monumental
6.
stupid.
So we got 2, 4, 6, number 6.
And
Make it
here's
to
the
the
thing to the
back.
people in the chat. I'm keeping it this speed because my sadist side is coming out.
I think
Guys, a lot of
should
stupid
come
comes
in
in.
each time exactly where it was. So let's do it
See,
again.
now he figures out about just putting the image
Paste.
back in. It's in the default position. He just now figured that out. It took him 6 images to figure out he can do that.
Get
But
rid of
here's the
this.
thing. Does he go back and correct his fuck up from Red's pictures? No, he
Nope.
doesn't.
Should be number 7. 2, 4, 6, number 7. Bring it to the
He's
back.
talented. He can count by 2s.
Do a paste.
He
I
could
mean,
have just did the
yeah,
first
you-
image and the last image of Astronomy Live's transit thing.
Top of the
Mr.
ISS image.
But,
there.
fuck simplicity, right?
Let's delete that. Bring in the next one.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Bring out the gimp.
I think the gimp is sleeping.
Let's take it to the back.
To the back, to the back.
Oh,
Let's
don't
do
you
a
dare.
paste. Let's put it up there right on the ISS image.
Further proof of
Let's delete
evolution.
that.
A
Let's bring in
fluffer
the
can count
last
by twos.
screenshot.
Oh, you don't need another image. Fuck.
And let's do a. Put this
He
in
wants
the
to
back.
do it.
Do a paste.
Is this at quarter
And
speed?
bring that up.
Unfortunately, it is actual speed. What are we, 4 minutes in?
Let's go ahead and
Oh, no.
delete that. Now let's draw a
13 and a
line.
half.
Through these images.
Well, he just talks so
These
slow.
dots.
I feel like it's taking forever.
I wonder if you're beginning to see the problem.
Yeah, you're a
Now,
dumbass.
when I was looking at Rez Reddick's video.
Does anyone else want to point out the problem?
No. Let him point out his problem, and then we'll
About the
point out
transit
ours.
of ISS and figuring the distance, I noticed in the frame-by-frame shots that the two lines were not parallel.
Very
If
good.
the two lines are not parallel, and he's using some kind of math, on the pixels of the moon across and the width of the two lines, you can see the problem already.
Okay, audience question.
Now we're dealing here with a
Question for the audience. Now, with two cameras, why would two lines not be parallel? Please answer that in the chat.
All right, audience, it's all up to you. Why would the two lines not be parallel? Go.
From two different cameras.
From two different cameras. Oh, yeah, and they're also quoting some kind of math.
So far, I
is
haven't seen the right
half
answer. There we
Bjorn is-
go.
Hey, there it is.
Jan the Man 227. You got it.
What
Well,
was his answer?
Well, he said field
Field-
rotation. He's not quite correct. It's not different locations. It's because the cameras are oriented differently.
Yes. Red, I figured that Astronomy Live probably had an equatorial mount.
No, alt azimuth.
But
Okay.
was Red's tripod perfectly level with the horizon?
No,
And the
it
same
was
with
not. It
Astronomy
was
Live.
it was on grass, my friend. I had my tripod on grass.
It was because the cameras were oriented differently. One was turned more than the other.
Now, if we were to actually overlay the images using, I don't know, the surface features of the fucking moon for reference, this is what we get, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, brothers and sisters. As you can see, you see how my image had to be turned in order to make...
Zoom in on the break on the lower right, where you got really good defined craters. See how those craters line up properly? That's because each one of them had to be rotated to match each other, going by the features on the moon. And once those features matched, what happens to the tracks? Zoom out.
They're parallel now. I wonder
Big
why.
fucking shock, Jackahole. You're a dumbass.
Yep. You basically took screenshots, but you didn't rotate them using the surface features of the fucking moon as a reference point. So that means the deviation that you got on your video is exaggerated because you're a fucking idiot.
Well, no, his entire outcome from this point is invalid because you're not accounting for all the variables.
Yeah, see, this is a crater that was literally cut in half by the frame. As you can see, they match perfectly. We used the surface features of the moon as a reference point. In order to make them to fit, I had to rotate my image slightly in order for it to align with the images gathered from Astronomy Live's telescope.
You know what, Red? Now I really want to find out how the crater is called.
Just to point out so Jackahole can understand. They didn't rotate the images independently to line them up parallel. They rotated the images so the features on the moon matched each other.
Mm-hmm.
The line happened to become parallel because that's how physics works.
And this is the image that we used in the video. This was the actual image, and if we zoom in, you can see that. See how it's cut in a diagonal line right here? Yeah. we had to rotate them in order for the surface features of the moon to fit with each other between the two observation points. So, jackass, my camera was not perfectly aligned with Astronomy Live. Astronomy Live was in a parking lot. I was on grass. So yeah, rotation had to, we had to rotate the images in order to get the surface features of the moon to fit. You did none of that.
So far, your two base premises have been refuted.
Yes, exactly. So I'm going to present to everyone again. Go ahead, Jared. More
Large
garbage.
distance that he's trying to calculate to indicate the distance to the ISS, but his lines are not parallel. And if they are not parallel, that means that
You fucked
the
up.
distance from location 1 to location 2 is not equal distance.
Graham Houston in the chat. You were on grass. This dipshit is clearly on weed. And no, sorry, that is an insult to anyone who prefers the herb.
Oh boy.
From the ISS. Now I noticed more, during the watching his video when he was drawing the angle down at the bottom. We'll look at that real quick. And what we're going to do here is we're going to change this to red. We're going to make it a little bit thicker. Okay. Now what we're going to do is group it.
Oh,
we're going to hold the shift key and we're going to make it a little bit smaller here. So this is the two transits. Location 1 is here. Location 2 is here.
Not rotated properly, but whatever.
Had a line down here. Let's make it at 180 degrees. Let's make it 14 inches long.
From a flat earth skeptic, parallel lines have so much in common, it's a shame they'll never meet.
Corny, but funny. It was worth a snicker.
Let's bring it in here. So this is our location on the Earth, Of course, he was using a flat line. I thought he was living on a ball, but evidently he's using a flat line.
Stop. The reason why Red used a flat line as a base is because he wanted to demonstrate what the altitude would be on a flat Earth.
Mm-hmm. I wanted to show that even without taking into account the curvature of the Earth, you would still be fucked because the International Space Station would be at an altitude that is impossible for a plane to reach. Remember, that was the original assertion that I was debunking. There was some jackass that came into my comment section and said that the ISS is just a high altitude plane, like a U-2 or something like that. And I said, really? Well, we know the U-2's ceiling. Let's see if the International Space Station is, above that, which, by the way, it is. What was the altitude I found? Let's see. The U-2 is what, 70,000 feet? The International Space Station was at 1.3 million feet. Yeah. Not looking good for the U-2. There's a slight difference.
Just a slight
There's a complaint from A. Watt. He's using inches and not birds.
Also, by the way, Jared, I may have you download another video because actually, no, fuck it. I'm just going to say this right now. But did you know, ladies and gentlemen, that even though he completely exaggerated the difference in track, how they're not parallel and stuff, he completely exaggerated that. He's actually correct. They aren't perfectly parallel. They're not. They're
Can
not.
anyone guess why?
Can anyone guess why the tracks are not perfectly parallel? Not in this guy's video, fuck this guy's video, but in the original video on my channel and also Astronomy Live's channel. Go.
I know.
It's for the audience to answer. Let's see if they can pick it up. So, questions to you, audience. Why are the lines not perfectly parallel in the actual transit video?
Nestlig, physicist,
I got
Rock, Luke S. A lot of people are actually getting it.
Spherical distortion. No, that's not correct.
Yeah. All right. Jared, do you want to go ahead and answer this one for us?
Because the Earth is curved, and in order to maintain a stable orbit, that also means the path of the ISS is a curved path.
And also, because of the consequences of that curved path, it was slightly closer to us at the top of it, at the top of the transit, than it was at the bottom of the transit.
I.e., perspective.
Perspective, exactly. So, and guess what? This is another thing I want to point out to this jackass, which he failed to do his analysis on. So, I am going to do this. I am going to stop presenting you, and I'm going to present my screen and show this jackass a little thing or two about investigation. Okay, so present to everyone. This is the original video that he is commenting on. ISS finding the altitude. But notice how it says part 1. If you scroll down, you will see a link that says, oh, it's labeled part 2. Huh. 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 Huh.
Don't click it. Don't give them the...
Hang on. I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. Okay.
Okay, now that we're getting into the grudge level.
Okay, so basically you click on this link and you see the video made by Astronomy Live. At around 1 minute and 40 seconds, he shows this image where he explains that he had to rotate my image in order for it to fit properly using the surface features of the moon as a reference point. But one thing he also said was that the transit lines are not perfectly parallel. They're slightly wider at the top than they are at the bottom. And he made mention to this back on April 7th of 2018.
Ooh, scroll back up slightly in the window. Does anyone else notice the detail on the left track that I just did? Look at the actual shadow capture of the ISS itself as it progresses.
It looks to be getting slightly, well, one more detailed, but also a little larger. Looks like.
Yeah.
So the International Space Station is a little bit closer to us at the top of the transit than it was at the bottom. And this fact was pointed out to on April 7th of 2018. Meanwhile, this jackass that we are actively debunking right now thinks that this is some grand revelation that only he discovered. Wow, no one has brought attention to this glaringly obvious fact. Jackass, we brought attention to this fact back on April 7th of 2018, showing how you're on the cutting edge of flat Earth research. Congratulations, dipshit. All right, so present to everyone again. More garbage, please.
And you got, let's just do the, let's just make a little square here, a little rectangle.
Because why not?
Because why the fuck
let's
not?
fill it in with a color. Let's make it green.
Like the grass
Now
you
let's
prefer?
copy it. Now let's paste it. We got 2 of them. So let's change the outline to black. So here's location 1. Move him a little closer in.
Oh, for fuck's
That's
sake.
location 1. And here's location 2.
Well, let's see how he fucks this one up.
This is gonna be great.
Oh, it is a
Let's draw a
downhill from
line
here.
here. Let's get our rulers out.
Yeah, I'm with Hill. Where's the happy
Let's
little cloud?
Put a line right in the center. Now, see, I don't have these two equal distant. I could make them equal distant. Don't think it really matters. In his video, he indicates that they're equal distant just by doing a image. He doesn't really talk about it, I don't think.
No.
But I could do that. I mean, if that's a
Red, would you like to give the explanation for that?
Sure. So he says that, Red said that they were equidistant. My video was an oversimplification, which is why I labeled it part 1. Now, Jared, I'm going to ask you, or better yet, I'm going to ask just the entire fucking audience for something. Let me screen share something here. So, presenting to everyone, this is a screenshot from Astronomy Live's a video. You know, the one labeled part 2 that he should have clicked on and seen as the first link in the fucking description. You know that one? Remember that one? That link that he did not click at all? The one that he looked at or should have looked at and went, huh.
Wait a second. There's something seriously weird about this video.
Yeah. So here is the ISS track labeled or shown in red. Does this look like that we were, quote, equidistant?
Nope.
Now, if I were to take that into account, does anyone here who actually knows a thing or two about trigonometry, does anyone here believe that that would change the results?
No.
No, it wouldn't change the results. So in reality, my oversimplification to still get to the correct answer was more than enough to debunk the flathead that was commenting in my comment section. But for those of you who wanted a more thorough, more detailed analysis of the observation, that's where part 2 comes in, because Astronomy Live did that. Oh, and by the way, for this jackass, the Globe Light channel, he actually took into account the curvature of the Earth. And guess what? It still shows that your shit brain fucking assertion that the ISS is, quote, a plane is bullshit. It shows it to be at an altitude that is impossible for a plane to reach. So once again, dude, eat a dick. So yeah, moving on. We knew at the very beginning that we weren't, quote, equidistant from the center of track. My diagramming was an oversimplification so that you could understand the concept of parallax, because flatheads constantly fuck that up. All right. So present to everyone. More garbage, please.
critical issue to Red's rhetoric and his crap. Okay, but let's do something first. Let's go up here and let's put our rulers right on that line. So the zero's in the center. And we can come over 1.5 inches.
Stop.
Put location 1.
Just to point out, he loves going with his whole 1.5 inch crap. Look where that ruler's at. That's at 3 inches, dumbass. Just saying, you don't know how to number.
Also, these inches thing that keeps pointing out are completely arbitrary. Just point that out.
Right.
Yeah.
I was just commenting on the fact that he's so confident in asserting he's going at 1.5 inches on either side. He's going to 3 fucking inches on his own format.
Basically, he's trying to recreate my diagramming. Does this motherfucker actually need it spelled out to him that my diagramming is not to scale? Maybe I need to put that in bold fucking print over all of my videos from now on, so I don't confuse flurfs.
It will still confuse them. They have no idea what the word scale means.
I see.
Other than the ones that are afraid of them because they don't want to step on one and break it.
Right there. We can come over 1.5 inches over here.
Again,
put location 2 right there. We can do that. That's not what his image is produced.
Well, you know, to be fair, his whole confusion between 1.5 and 3, that could be why he says he's larger than he actually is, and his wife just goes,
Oh. Damn. All right. Kicking below the belt there.
Well, we can do that. So now we got these two locations kind of equidistant from the moon. You see the problem? You see the transit lines of the ISS?
Yeah,
So
you don't know how to
the
fucking
ISS
into pictures.
would be somewhere down here, right? But what he did was he had his lines going like his angle lines going like this. Now that didn't work. Let me edit that out. Now let's just do a line.
He wants to do a line. This is proof that children shouldn't do lines.
So that's one of his lines, his angle lines, right?
So I
So
really
he
had to
drew
throw it
a
out this guy.
line from location 1 to the transit of location 2.
Is that the scale, bro? Is that the scale? Tell me.
Well, let's do the same thing over here. From location 2 to location 1.
Hey, I just got notified you're live.
Oh,
See the
really?
problem here?
Guy, you could join us.
48 minutes late.
You see the problem?
yeah, you're a fucking idiot.
You're a fucking idiot.
Red rhetoric is fraud.
We need what, about 10 more of those that have been said in the time he was gone?
I mean,
Yeah, you're way behind, dude.
Team, what the actual fuck?
Making it up for dings.
Team, you're far behind. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
We're 20 minutes into a 32-minute video. How many dings do you
Keep
think
going.
we need?
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. And right there. Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
Did you just break his dinger?
I think I did.
Don't break the ding ding.
Okay. So we're all caught up to speed on the dings. Let's move on.
He drew a little cartoon of angles and tried to prove mathematically that he could calculate the distance to the ISS. But his two transits are not parallel. His angles are, you know, it would be impossible to draw a straight line through these angles and get some kind of,
Oh, for fuck's sake.
you know, 30, 60, 90 triangle where you could butt the two triangles up together. There's no way you're going to take these two triangles and make them the same.
They don't need to be.
Yeah, you can have angle A and angle B of this,
Stop.
whatever you want to call it. Let's
Go back to your picture, Red, showing the actual track lines.
Sure thing. Let's go here. Let's do this and screen share to everyone. Present to everyone. There you go.
Okay. Jack-a-hole. No, your track lines on the ground. Where you're showing that they weren't.
Oh yeah, the one from Astronomy Live's
Live.
video. From Astronomy Live's
Live.
video. Yes, of course. My bad. Let me get that back up. All right, so those were right here. So let's do this, let's do that, and this is that right there. This is the screenshot from Astronomy Live's video on that same observation.
Okay, Mr. Jack-a-hole, do you see all those little triangles in there? That red line to the little point on the left where I believe Astronomy Live was, or was he over at the right?
He was in the parking lot. I was in the grass. Right in front of the baseball diamond. So this one right here, that's where I was. This is where Astronomy Live was.
Yeah, that white line going out. Well, shit. Go back.
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
That white line on the bottom going from the red line over to where Astronomy Live was, that is the base of a right triangle. That red line is the leg of the right triangle. The point from Astronomy Live to the ISS is the hypotenuse of the right triangle. It's still done with right triangles. They're just not equilateral.
Yeah, and they don't need to be in order to get to a correct answer.
It's because you're a dumbass.
Yeah, he's a dumbass. Really is. So there we go. And by the way, for those, he again, he seems to think that all this information was hidden. No, it fucking wasn't. None of this information was hidden. All he had to do was click the first link that was in the description of my original video. The link labeled Part 2, because my video is titled, Finding the Altitude, but it's labeled Part 1. Watch the second part, dumbass.
May I ask why one of the two locations is named Standort, which is German for
keep presenting, Red. I'm not done.
Oh, fuck. Hang on. That shit. Okay. Present to everyone.
Now, the white line going to the left to Red's location is the base of another right triangle.
Yes.
Where that meets the red line up to the ISS is the leg of the right triangle.
Yes.
Where Red's is standing to where it meets the ISS is a hypotenuse of another right triangle. The total angle between Red's and Astronomy Live was 0.1212 degrees, or 2121.
0.1212 degrees, yes.
Yes. The total angle of both of those right triangles combined is 0.1212. That's all there is to it.
Correct.
You're a dumbass.
Correct. So, are we done?
Yes.
Sweet. And what was that, Gio?
Why the fuck is one of the locations named Standort, which is German for location? Like, that's super weird. Why is that?
Because it was an Easter egg that we decided to leave for you.
I somehow doubt that.
You can doubt it all you want. Yeah, we're just sad that it took me actually pointing out to you for you to actually notice.
Okay.
Anyway,
well, thanks, I guess. Or something.
You're welcome. We appreciate the Geo. All right, more garbage.
Let's undo the line segment I just made. You can see the problem here. This is simply not going to work out.
Oh, it gets really bad.
We could do something completely different. We could move the moon over.
Why? What? Okay.
Wow.
To where the line that's
the biggest face palm
the center of the moon previously is now in between the two transits. And then we could move this over to that one. And this one over to that one.
Okay. I need to stop just asking him to give me any logic for whatever he's doing.
He's counting the pixels for the width of the moon. Then he's counting the pixels for the width of the transit. Of course, the transit's not parallel, so those numbers
answered that you're a dumbass.
Don't mean anything. Then he's taking the angular size of the moon and subtracting the width of the transit, which is not parallel.
Oh, wait, what?
Wait a minute. What? Wait, Jared, do me a favor. The stupid kind of made me go blank for a second. Back that up a bit.
Don't mean anything. Then he's taking the angular size of the moon and subtracting the width of the transit, which is not parallel.
No. That's not
how I did it.
Not even fucking close.
That's not that's not at all how I did it. No. That's not
you got the ratio between the overall pixel count of the moon and its angular size. That way you could get the angular size of the tracks between the distance between the two tracks. That way you could actually get your angle A.
If my answer was predicated on me subtracting the angular size of our two track separation from the angular size of the moon, I would get an answer of 0.3988. I don't know what he's trying to say here.
He's a dipshit.
Yeah,
He
there
don't know what
we
the
go.
fuck he's talking about. He still uses Adobe Illustrator 96. He took algebra and failed that 3,500 years ago. Fucking piece of shit idiot. There, I dinged him myself.
There you go. Okay. Sorry, I'm gonna have to say this, but more garbage.
Coming up with some kind of number.
Some
You
kind
see
of number.
what happens here. And you try to do what he did.
Oh God.
Listen to his mouse
We
wheel.
still get
Holy shit.
these angles that are not equilateral. It's going to be impossible to do what he's trying to do.
Despite the fact
In
that I actually did it.
reality, the location of one, you can see the location of one is not centered on the moon.
Doesn't have to be.
Oh my
The
god.
transit of the ISS is not centered on the moon also, and the lines are not parallel. The two transits are viewed from a different angle on the Earth,
Oh God.
and the transits are not parallel. So it would be impossible to use this cartoon of trigonometry to figure the distance to the ISS. It's just impossible.
Just
Okay,
impossible.
pause for a second.
This
Red,
is
please say you have the original stacked images from both you and Astronomy Live separated.
The originals I do not, but what I do have is the raw, unedited videos. I'll send it to whoever wants them. So Sean, would you like them?
Well, I don't have the editing software to do what I was hoping you could do with the stacked images.
We're gonna just superimpose them and then rotate them to show them that they are parallel.
No, we've already covered that. If you would have
Okay.
been, paying attention, you would have known that.
That
Sorry.
was that was a little ding for myself. Hold on.
So you're
But-
admitting to only having a little ding.
What he's
Jared?
about to go into is something I really wish you guys would have done. So go ahead and play it, and I'll tell you the point and what I would have liked to seen you guys do.
Okay.
total fraud. Okay, so before we go very much further, let's bring in another screenshot of the video.
You're gonna like this, Red.
Let's get rid of some of this stuff we've got here.
This is the epitome of straw man.
I love it. I love it already.
Hey, LRJ88 figured it out already.
The way that he outlines the transit. That would be this right here. So here you can see that he's measuring the pixels of the moon. I don't know what the hell pixels. I like that.
So
accurate measurement. Pixels of a
So you didn't watch the explanation that happened a matter of seconds later.
The span of our two tracks from center to center is 224 pixels wide. The moon in full, when we were, and by the way, we counted pixels using Astronomy Live's footage as reference, not my footage, just making that clear. So the moon from top to bottom is 962 pixels tall. The span of our two tracks from center to center was 224 pixels.
Keep going.
photograph. And he's got the two transits here. Do you see the problem? Let's move this to the back. You see what he did? He rotated the transits to make them parallel to the ground.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh God. All right. So my question for this jackass, because I know he's going to watch it.
Yeah,
Let's say Red's rhetoric turned that moon 90 degrees on its side. Would it change the measurements at all?
Absolutely not.
Nope.
According to him, it would.
According to
One
him,
bit.
it would, but he's a fucking idiot, so who the fuck cares what he thinks?
I was quick on the draw that time.
he's a fraud, all right. So let's make this a little bigger.
Yes,
bro.
yes, yes, you are. But here's the thing: the globe is lies. I would even venture to say that you're a water-turned gay frog.
Let's see what he did here.
Yes, Astronomy Live.
Econ?
Send them to Red so he can actually use some transparency on those.
Would love to.
Thanks for listening in, because I was really hoping one of you two had those stacked images separate.
You see that the image of the moon is getting more and more out of round.
Out of what? Wait a minute. Back that up. Back up. Let's hear that again. Back that shit up.
You see that the image of the moon is getting more and more out of round.
Out of round.
You just don't understand that the moon isn't full, you jack-a-hole.
The moon.
I wonder what the fuck he
playing
thinks
with
of
it.
during like the when it's a half moon. You know?
Yeah,
He's like,
if it was
oh my god, it's only inflated on one half of its side.
Oh my god, half the moon is gone. It was cut in half.
Lucas Tulik has a great idea. Out of round. Let's make a t-shirt out of that.
Out of round, make a t-shirt. Jesus fucking Christ.
The circle that I have here is exactly spherical. It's a complete circle. It's 7.6871 by 7.6871. You can see right up here.
Yeah, and it also shows that you're a dumbass
And,
not taking into account that it's not a full moon.
His image is completely offline. But anyway, you can see the transits. He's rotated them to make them more perpendicular to the ground so he can do his little trigonometry and be a little fraud and make everybody think that he knows the distance to the ISS. Make it real.
We do know.
You know, the
We
problem with Globers is they lie and they create fraud.
The irony is strong in this
Globers
one,
do
isn't it?
that.
Yeah.
We are the ones lying.
Yeah, we are the ones lying.
Yeah.
Even though every single objection he brought up was already debunked back in April of last fucking year.
And Sean, what is Anthony Riley more accurately known as?
Anthony Liley.
Hmm.
He's well earned that name. Okay, a link to a G drive. Red, grab those pictures.
Yes, and legitimate measurements and legitimate observations, and they tell you what they see. And I'm telling you right here, this is what I see. I brought in all of his little images where the transit was, and I plotted them on a circle, exactly the way they were taken and shown on his video. And now you see what he's doing next is he's rotated. Let me rotate, mine. I mean, I'll rotate his and get it to fit the original. Let's see.
To answer
how much
Marvel
of a
Girl in
rotation we
chat,
got here.
Marvel Girl wants to know what the beef between Anthony and Nathan is lately. Anthony was forced to make a choice between FE Core and Nathan Oakley, and he's literally ripping his brain apart.
Has he actually been outed from either group yet?
Not yet.
I don't think so. No.
Because listen, here's my theory on that, right? Anthony Riley is like, he's the bottom of intelligence of the flat earth, right? Like, he's really enthusiastic about it. He wants to learn. He wants to learn all the incorrect arguments, all the science behind the incorrect arguments. He wants to apply it, but he really, really, really needs Nathan Oakley as his kind of like his big guy behind him to say, yeah, even if you sound stupid, I'll still be there to like you. So if he leaves Nathan Oakley and continues to say the same stupid fucking shit he says all the fucking time, then there's not going to be anybody back there to say, don't worry, I still like you no matter how stupid the things you say are.
Oh, you want to hear something really funny about good old Riley? He actually reached out to me asking for my help today.
Oh, I saw that. I read it in the chat.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too. I refused.
Okay. So let's see. I got the stacks. I just did it in my video editor because why the fuck not? So let me screen share this. So here we go and present to everyone. And let's see what we got here. So this is Astronomy Live's stacked images, as you can see right here. Pretty cool, huh?
Yep.
Now, do you want me to fade my stacked images on top of it?
Yep.
All right, let's do it slowly. Let's do this really slow. Slower. Doing this really slow. Doing it slow, just like that.
Oh my
yes,
God, the color of the moon changed.
Now do me a favor, Red.
Mm-hmm.
Keep that up, but go ahead and switch back to Jared so we can actually watch where he builds his ultimate straw man.
Sounds good to me. All right, so we are going to present you to everyone. All right, Jared, more garbage.
And he turns it the wrong way initially. Oh, no, he's turning it that way to try to...
God, these guys are such
You
dipshits.
see the problem here? Now I've matched the size of the circle with the size of the
No,
moon.
you haven't.
In his
No, you
video.
haven't.
You haven't accounted
And
for
these
the part of the
plot
moon you can't
lines
see
are
because
the
it's not a
actual
full
plot
moon.
lines that came off of his images. But now all of a sudden, they don't fit anymore.
Well,
I
no
rotate
shit.
his image, and it doesn't fit his original plot lines.
Wow.
There are some people that should be whipped in public. This is one of those people.
This guy is like,
You see what he did?
You see what you did.
I see what you did.
Now
You
this
fucked
left
up.
plot
But,
line
you
is
know.
pretty close right here. But look at the other one. It's completely changed.
Oh
That's
my
because
God.
you're a dumbass.
And an idiot.
Red's rhetoric is a fraud.
I'm a fraud.
You fraud, Red.
This is comical.
This is comical.
I mean, why should we even go any further?
Why should we?
I think
Everything
it's
from this
sad.
We
point
should.
on,
I think
just
it's
a
sad that a
cartoon.
grown ass man in his fucking 90s
It's
is
fraudulent.
fucking
It
lying
doesn't
about
prove
the
anything.
fucking lying on
Two lines are
YouTube
not parallel.
about
The
somebody
two
else who
transits are
actually
not
made
parallel.
fucking
Yo,
observations.
No matter where
Shit.
location
Jared,
one
pause this
was.
shit. Pause this shit. Say that again. Say that again, team, because it was beautiful.
I said I think it's fucking sad that a 96-year-old man has to go on fucking YouTube to lie about somebody who actually put in the effort to make observations and show all of us and teach us all a little bit about science. And then this piece of shit comes in with his intellectual dishonesty, his obvious fucking deceitfulness, and just lies straight out. You're too old to do that, old man. Grow the fuck up. We live on a globe. The earth's not flat, and you're a fucking idiot.
More garbage, Jared. More garbage.
All right, had to finish a flavorful message to someone.
That
And
works.
location two, if they're not parallel lines, you cannot equate anything from them because you cannot create a 90-degree triangle on both sides of the two locations. You can't split them down the middle, go up to a non-parallel transit, and come up with two 90-degree triangles that equal each other, and then use trigonometry to figure the distance to the ISS. You can't
But
do
we
it.
can. Yes, we can.
This is a fraud.
It's a fraud, I say.
No, I can't believe it.
It must be very smart.
It gets better.
You can see the transit They're not parallel, and they were not perpendicular. So when you bring over these two lines, these two angles, they don't match what he's got.
Oh, he's struggling now that he struggled once he linked those two lines together in 95 Photoshop.
He didn't remember that he changed the size of his circle.
You're just simply never going to get to the fraudulent equation that he produced using the two non-parallel transits from two different locations. Now, I understand his idea of having location 2 angle to location 1's transit and location 1 angling number 2, and you come up with this line, this cross point, which basically the ISS was never there to begin with, but I understand his...
There is the straw man.
What the fuck?
Okay, stop the video. Red, go to your screen.
The ISS was never there to begin with. Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm now presenting to everyone.
Okay, are these two separate images, or are they just
yes,
thing you can fake?
They are two separate images I can flip behind.
Okay, now what I need you to do is line the tracks up over top of each other. And the reason why I want you to do this is because he's confusing what that cross is in your diagram. That is the location of the ISS, you dumbass. Hold your finger out all the way stretched out in front of your eye and focus on the wall behind you. You'll see you have two fingers. This is called parallax. Now, if you focus on your fingers, any details on that wall will shift and you'll have two of whatever's behind your finger. So if you can line those two ISS tracks up, if these cameras were eyeballs, this is what you would be focusing on if you were trying to focus on the ISS. And this is what the moon would look like. This is what was measured, you dumbass.
All right, here we go. So now we're going to move this over. Up, 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 up. Right there.
Look at that.
That is the parallax that they measured. And they did that in the reverse way. But that is the X in the cross on Red's diagram. That is the track of the ISS. You're now seeing two moons. There's still only one moon, but because of parallax from two different observers, it looks like there's two. This is why you're a dumb fuck. My God, how fucking hard is this a concept?
Very for flurfs.
Well, to be fair, they did kind of start stumbling over themselves intellectually in the 3rd grade.
Ah, boy. So now that
this is why I left a comment on his video saying transparency is your friend, because he didn't bother with it. He's a dumb fuck.
Yeah. All right, more garbage, please. Let's play even more garbage.
The problem is that the transit was not parallel, and it was not perpendicular, as he indicated. When you get further on in his video, he rotates the moon and he makes the transits vertical and perpendicular to the ground. And he straightens the one transit out, makes it straight where it wasn't straight. He tries to make them parallel to each other.
No, Jackal. What he did was he rotated one of the images to match the other with the moon as the backdrop, so they lined up perfectly. Not the transits, the moon features had to line up.
Let's go ahead and do this one more time, just because this guy's a fucking idiot. Thank you. Okay, so here, you can see. Here's one transit. Here's the other transit. Notice how the moon features are the same between the two images. We use the moon features to align the images, not the transits themselves.
As a side effect, because one image had to be rotated to make the moon features match the other picture, the tracks became parallel. That's not what the aim was that they were trying to hit. They were trying to line up the moon features.
Correct.
Something you didn't do in your circle.
See how the moon features are exactly the same between the two images? Look, let's fade it through really slowly. Wait. Let's do it slower. Oh yeah, that's good. Oh yeah, that's right. Right there. Just right there. Up. Oh god, yeah, so good.
And
by the way,
somebody in the chat asked me why I'm not a teacher. This is why I'm not a teacher. I don't have patience for stupidity.
yeah. And by the way, the reason the moon has to be rotated is the same observation that everybody makes. At the moon rotates as you go from along lines of latitude. The moon rotates. This is why sometimes the moon can be photographed with the shadow of the Earth coming from an angle that you would think to yourself, "Holy crap! How could it come from that angle?" Well, because you're not thinking in the solar system's geometry, where the moon is a long distance away, and so is the sun, and the moon rotates as you go up and down the latitudes.
Remember, Astronomy Live has been struggling to get these dipshits to understand field rotation for, I don't know, 3 years now. So not only that, but Astronomy Live has said something that I pointed out earlier in this hangout. There's still not parallel between the two tracks, but that's because the ISS is getting closer to us as it rises higher from the bottom of the moon to the top of the moon. Exactly. And what I told that jackass was that if he were to have gone into the description, he would have saw a link to part 2, which should have been a fucking clue that it was there, because guess what? The title is listed. I list my video as part 1 of a 2-parter. So he should have clicked on the second part and it would have addressed everything that he brought up. Everything. So this guy's not only a dumbass, but he can't even do the bare bones fucking minimum of watching the second part of a 2-part video. Fuck. Come on, dude. I understand flirts are lazy and hopelessly dishonest, but Jesus Christ, there has to be a bottom to this barrel. No? No, there isn't? Oh, okay. I guess the realm of stupid has no bottom on this one.
I'm still searching for it.
No, see, what it is the well is actually an infinite bag of holding. There is no bottom.
Ah, man. Shit. Now I know.
Oh, guys, I love it. Yeah, keep copying and pasting the message that I keep sending to that jackass grunge in the chat.
All right.
Seeing as how he wants to ignore it.
More garbage. More garbage.
Oh, the whopping 5 seconds? Okay.
He's
Yes,
a fraud.
Yay, we got through it. All right. It's finally over. Holy shit. Okay, so the question for everyone here. Do I leave this hangout up on my channel, or do I delete it, never to be seen from or heard from ever again?
I would leave it up.
And dichotomy, you can already re-upload it on your second channel.
I say leave it up.
You know what? That's a good idea. Let's re-upload this on the other channel because, I mean, hey, the Global Eye, that guy, he was so convincing in exposing me as a fraud, right, guys?
Here's the problem, Red. He's not smart enough to realize you have a second channel. We already know he can't click a link to a part 2. Leave this on your main channel.
So look, here's my suggestion, Red. I think you should leave this up for a few days, since everybody can easily go get the link right now by copying it from their bar. We all need to head over to his channel. 100% for sure, do not click dislike. But go ahead and put in the link into the comment and hit reply or hit send comment. Right, so that way he has about 500 different comments to a link to this video, so he can see how much of a fucking idiot he really is.
And I went ahead and posted the link to the video that we just debunked in the live chat, so you all can click on it. I'll also put it in the description of this video, so it's always there. So with that, I think that's it for this hangout. Astronomy Live wanted to come on, but he couldn't because he has this thing called a job. So with that, we're going to go ahead and end this hangout. So it was a really nice debunk, guys. Really nice debunk. I thank all of you for showing up, especially you, Gio.
Thank you very much.
Actually, no, that was joking. Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you.
Okay. So, Jared, thank you for being the guy playing and giving us more garbage and force feeding it to us. You know,
Yeah.
it was very painful. Just wanted you to know that. But it's a dirty job, but someone's got to do it, right?
Oh, and I enjoy every moment of it.
Jesus Christ. I fucking hate this shit. Okay, anyway. Jared, say what you got to say and get the fuck out.
To the pussy fucking keyboard warrior in the chat, you made the offer. I'm giving you the opportunity. Or are you going to puss out just like Trigger Tits did?
Whatever happened to him? Is he still missing?
I don't know if he's even if he.
Did
who
we
cares at this
successfully
point?
shame off a fucking moron from the internet? That would be so awesome if we have successfully shamed someone to the point that they're no longer gonna spit hateful fucking nonsense and horseshit all over the internet. That would be a fucking accomplishment in my book.
No such luck. He just put up a video 14 hours ago.
Trigger tits?
Yep.
Trigger Tits, listen, at this point, Trigger Tits is even relevant anymore. Fuck that guy. So, but actually, team, say what you got to say and get the fuck out.
Have a video coming out in the next couple of days, or probably today because I'm already done with it. I just got to finish editing. But other than that, I'm a cool motherfucker, so fuck everybody else.
There we go.
I'm out.
Gio, say what you got to say and get the fuck out.
Well, I just want to say that I'm curious on how this guy's gonna react.
Not well, I imagine.
Well, we'll see. I think there are two possibilities. Either he is completely misunderstand what we said, or he's just gonna try to silence the fuck out of it. He's just gonna ignore it forever.
Well, I'm watching his comments right now, and let's see, Astronomy Live. If you can do me a favor, since
He's
you're watching,
already added. He's already added.
He's already added to that.
Yep.
So, okay, so basically what this means is that the Globe Lie, you cannot delete comments anymore. Well, you can on your video, but all of them are going to be documented. So this is not going to leave you alone. You're a fucking idiot, and everyone is going to let you know that you are a fucking idiot and exactly why you are a fucking idiot. And by the way, ding, 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 however many times I said it. So yeah. Anywho, Sean, say what you got to say and get the fuck out.
I've already said all of it.
All right, perfect. So with that, peace out, guys. It's been fun. It's been real. Take care.